Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So moving on now, we're going to be discussing al-jumlatul ismiyah. What's a jumlatul ismiyah? A noun sentence, called a nominal sentence, but a noun sentence, meaning a sentence which has nouns in them, or only nouns, no verbs. Okay, it has what? Only nouns and no verbs. What's that word on the board? Are you sure it's the man? Yeah, the man. The Prophet. The Quran. The mother. These are what words? Some more words. Sick, true, a book, kind. Yes? These are all words, individual words. If you just put the word here, is in English, between all of them, what happens now? They become sentences. The man is sick. The Prophet is true. The Quran is a book. The mother is kind. What happens now? These words become sentences. Are there any verbs in here? Any doing words? No. That's why it's called a jumlatun ismiya. No verbs involved, only ism. Okay? It's called al-jumlatul ismiya. Now if you look at these two sets of two columns, they're made up of what? Two elements. One is the thing you're talking about. You see? We're talking about the man is sick. Who are we talking about? The man. So the man is called the subject. You know you do subjects in school. So you have maths as a subject, science as a subject, French is a subject. Why is it the subject? It's the thing you are talking about. What is it? The thing you're talking about. So the thing you are talking about is called what? The subject. Correct? So in all of these, in this column here on the left, these are all the subject. Why is it called the subject? Because these are the things we are talking about. And then on the right hand side, what do we have? The information, the news, the information. What do we have? The predicate, the information. Okay? Now, you get it? So what do we call the subject in Arabic? Mubtada'un. What do we call it? Mubtada'un. Say after me. Mubtada'un. And the information is called the not khabarun, it's a mistake. Khabarun. Not khabarun, it's called khabarun. Okay? Correct? What's it called? Khabarun. You have the mubtada'un and the khabarun. So the two parts of a jumlatul ismiyah. The subject and the information. What's the subject called? Mubtada'un. And the information is called what? Khabarun. Yeah? You following? Yes? Now, so the mubtada and the khabar. So it's made up of two parts, and the first part is called the mubtada'un, and the second part is called the khabarun. Yes? Everybody with me? So let's start again. Jumla. How many types of jumla are there? Two. What are they? Jumlatun ismiyatun and jumlatun fa'liyatun. And jumlatun ismiyatun has how many parts? Two parts. The subject and the information. What's the subject called? The subject. Mubtada'un. And the khabar is called? The information. So you have jumlatun ismiya, mubtada'un and khabarun. Correct? Are you following me? Right. And the subject and the mubtada is what? The thing you're talking about. And the information about the mubtada is called the khabar. Yes? Everybody with me? Okay. For example, the Prophet is truthful. Who are we talking about? The Prophet. What is this going to be? The subject. That's why it's called the mubtada. This is the mubtada. Correct? What is the information about the Prophet? That he is? So what is this called? The khabarun. And this whole thing is called what? What's this whole thing called? Jumlatun ismiyatun. It's called a jumlatun ismiyatun. Yes? Everybody following me? Okay. Right. Yes? Everybody with me? Now, in section 1, we studied characteristics of nouns, didn't we? Why do we study them? So we can apply them here. So now we know in Arabic, a sentence has two parts. Which two parts do we have again? Mubtada'un and khabarun. Now, what characteristics does the mubtada have? What characteristics does the khabar have? What are the characteristics again? What are the four characteristics? Ding. Definite, indefinite, i'rab, number and gender. So is the mubtada going to be definite or indefinite? What i'rab is it going to have? What number is it going to have? And what gender is it going to have? The khabar, is it going to be definite or indefinite? What i'rab is it going to have? What number is it going to have? And what gender is it going to have? We need to know these things. Okay? So this is the rule. This is the rule. So here we have one column, we have mubtada, and then we have the khabar. And then here, these are the parts of the sentence, yes? And then here we're going to have the what? Characteristics. Okay? You following me? So, the first characteristics is what? Ma'rifa and nakira. So in terms of ma'rifa and nakira, the mubtada must be what? Mubtada must be, remember, mubtada is what? Two memes. Mubtada is always ma'rifa. And the khabar is always nakira. So mubtada is what? And nakira is what? Khabar. Mubtada is ma'rifa and khabar is? What is ma'rifa? The mubtada. What is nakira? The khabar. What is definite? Mubtada. What is indefinite? The subject is going to be? And that is going to be what? The subject is mubtada, which is ma'rifa. And the khabar, the information is called the? And that is going to be nakira. So first characteristic then? Mubtada is ma'rifa and khabar is nakira. Good. Second characteristic is easy. They are both marfu'. What are they going to be? Both the mubtada and the khabar will be marfu'. And in number and gender, ng, in number and gender, the mubtada can be anything. Because it depends on what you want to talk about. If you want to talk about one male, it's muzakkar, mufrad. You talk about two males, it's muthanna, muzakkar. If you talk about more than two males, it's jama' muzakkar. If you're talking about one girl, one female, then it becomes what? Mufrad, muannath. If it's two, it becomes what? Muthanna, muannath. So you could talk, mubtada can be anything. But the khabar has to follow. The khabar has to what? Match. The khabar has to what? Match what? The mubtada. Wherever the mubtada is, the khabar has to match the mubtada. In what? Ng, number and gender. So the four characteristics, let's hide this again. The four characteristics. D. What's the mubtada in definite, indefinite? Ma'rifa. What's the khabar in ma'rifa, nakira? Nakira. What's the mubtada in i'rab? Marfu. What's the khabar in i'rab? Marfu. What's the mubtada in number and gender? Anything it wants to be. It's the leader, it's the prime minister, the president, do whatever he wants to do. And what's the khabar in number and gender? It has to match the mubtada. It's a carbon copy of the mubtada. Yes? So again, mubtada is ma'rifa, khabar is nakira. Both i'rab are marfu. And in number and gender, the mubtada can be whatever it wants to be, and the khabar must follow the mubtada. For example, look, we have here gender and number. We have numbers across here. So ar-rajulu, let's look at ar-rajulu. What is it? D. What is it? Ma'rifa. Then i'rab. Marfu'. Why? Because dhamma. Because a mufrad word is dhamma with marfu'. Number, what number is it? Mufrad. And what gender is it? Mudhakkar. Now what about the khabar? What does it have to be? Nakira. Marfu'. And then what? Mufrad and? Copies it. Mufrad and mudhakkar. Are you following me? Ar-rajulani mu'minani. I'm not going to write it out this time, but rajulani is what? Ma'rifa. What state is it in? Marfu'. Why? Because a muthanna word, when it's marfu', it has what? Ani. So it's marfu'. And it's muthanna and it's mudhakkar. And the mu'minani is what? Nakira, because no alif lam, and a muthanna means it's nakira. It's marfu' because ani. It's mufrad and it's not mufrad. It's muthanna and mudhakkar. الرجال مؤمنون. معرفة مرفوع جمع مذكر. المؤمنون nakira because no alif lam. Marfu because of una. A jama' mudhakkar salim when it's marfu, what is it? Una. Then number and gender is mudhakkar and jama'. You got it? Al-ukhtu. Al-ukhtu. Again, so it's same rule. It's going to be ma'rifa, marfu', mu'annath and mufrad. And this has to match. Mu'minatun. Al-ukhtani mu'minatani. The two sisters. So matches. And al-akhawatu mu'minatun. Everybody following me? Yes, you got it in your mind? Okay. Now, the next thing here to remember is, did you see any, so how do you translate this? Sister believer. The sister believer, in English, how do you say? The sister is, because the sentence must have is. In Arabic, there's no word for is or are. So for example here, you would say, Ar-Raju means the man, and Mu'minu means a believer. Okay? So that means the man, and this means what? A believer. You have to add the word is yourself. There's no word in Arabic for is. Okay? It's like a bit Caribbean. You don't say I am good, you say what? A good man. Isn't it? You don't say I am good, you say what? The Caribbeans speak more like the Arabs. So more fasih, the Caribbean people. Yeah? We heard Caribbean people speaking. I good. You don't say I am good, you say I good. So we speak like the Arabs. Okay? And then, this example. Al-akhawatu means what? Al-akhawat means the sisters. And then what does mu'minat means? Sorry. Meaning what? Believers. So the sisters is believers. Yes? Everybody's saying quiet, but is that right? Huh? The sisters is believers. The sisters are believers. You don't have that, you have to change the word to are. The sisters are believers. Yes? So there's no is and no are in Arabic, you have to bring them yourself. The sister is a believer. The sisters are believers. It's not, so you have to add the man is a believer, the women are believers. There's no word for it. Okay? Let's try this. An-nabiyyu sadiqun. How do you translate this? The prophet is truthful. So you have to add the word is yourself here. So this is the prophet, add the word is, and truthful. Okay? Number 2. An-nabiyani sadiqani. One time. But how many prophets? You have to say 2 because it's dual. If you say prophets, you think more than 2. The 2 prophets are truthful. Number 3. Al-anbiya'u sadiquna. The prophets are truthful or is truthful. You sure? Al-bintu sadiqatun. Bint means? Girl, daughter, either one of them, yeah. Yeah, so the girl is truthful. Al-bintani sadiqatani. The 2 girls are truthful. Al-banatu sadiqatun. The girls are truthful. So far, so good? Right. Now, one more thing. It's a bit a long lesson, but it's very important. When we're speaking, we just speak in our normal day-to-day language, or when we're doing speaking Arabic. But we're not studying Arabic for speaking purposes. We're studying Arabic because we want to understand the Quran. We want to understand the Hadith. We want to understand the literature. So we read it, we study it in a lot of depth. Because what's why you all this way? This is easy. You start learning, picking up words. You can go to the Arab country for 2 months and start picking up slang. And we're not studying for that. We want to just learn Arabic properly, technically, so we can analyze every single word and understand every single letter and particle of the Quran. Correct? So when we have a sentence, we have to analyze the sentence. What do you have to do? Every time you see a sentence, you have to analyze the sentence. And analysis is called tarkeeb. What's it called? So we analyze how the words join together, how they come together to form something. Now, what do we have to do? So every single word in a sentence, we have to label it. So anytime you see a sentence, every single word we label it. So we do like this. What do? We do like this. We write here. This is very important. I want you to do it this way. Exactly as I'm telling you. Why you understand later on. You have to write the main text in there. And then above it, well, in the book it's like this, because you can't shade in, you don't have shade. And you can sit down and start colouring in class. You don't have time for all of that. You like colouring. Yeah? We don't have time for that. But this is how we'll do it in the book. What you do is, in the exercise book, you do like this. And this is why I would highly, highly, highly recommend everybody get. You get like pens like these. I'm not sponsored by this company. Yeah, I'm not. You know, if you do a sponsored video on YouTube, you have to say in it. I'm not sponsored. Yeah, by this company. If you get one of these pens, it has all 4 colors. Or if you get three different pens: a black, a blue, and a green. Try and get those. At least make sure you have a black, a blue, and a green. Why? You need the green later on. For now, you need the black and the blue. In the black pen, and do it this way. Because you'll be very handy later on. You write the text here in black. So wherever the text of the sentence is, write An-Nabiyani Sadiqan. Then you get a blue pen and you overline, not underline. What do? You overline each word. And you have to label it Mubtada'un and Khabarun. So you know this is the Mubtada and this is the Khabar. This is how you write out Tarkeeb. So you know how the sentences come together to function and how they're structured together. Okay, and I'm very particular on this. This is very important. Write this in black, and on top write it in blue. Okay? Yes? Everybody with me? This is how you do Tarkeeb. To summarize, within Jumla Ismiyah, it's not a mistake, but this is for purpose. Jumla Ismiyah is written twice. I'll explain why in the next couple of lessons. Okay? There's 2 parts, the Mubtada and you have the Mubtada and you have Khabar. The Mubtada is called the subject and the Khabar is called the information. The Mubtada must be Ma'rifah, the Khabar must be Nakira. They're both Marfu'. The Mubtada can be whatever it wants to be. And then the Khabar has to match in gender. So the Mubtada can be whatever it wants to be, but they both match in gender. So if whatever the Mubtada is, the Khabar has to match. Yes, everybody with me? Okay. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.